It's time for a new week. It's a new week. Time for some weekly candle analysis and more. Hello Adrian and welcome back to my channel. It is 7:30 p.m. UTC plus 8 is my time zone. Hope you are all doing well. It is a Monday. Yes, Monday is reversal day. That's basically what Bitcoin wants to be doing on Monday. We have a giant green candle starting this morning, and yeah, things are looking not to be stopping so far. But let's see how far we're gonna go. The stream is gonna be a little bit shorter today because, well, I have to be taking care of the little oracle in a short while. So we'll be going into the technical analysis immediately and so on. So let's first go into the technical analysis. Let's go first to the weekly candle close, right? So let's take a look on the weekly. Okay, let's take a look. So the weekly is closed like this, which is basically, you know, not great, not bad, not great, but it's sort of like a long dodgy candle. But as you can see, the body of this of the weekly candle is a little bit lower than the previous weekly candle. So I was actually expecting for us to be still during this week. I still don't expect during this week for us to be breaking all the way up towards the upside just yet. But well, crazier things have happened before. But this is basically what I'm seeing, sort of like a little bit of indecision on the weekly basis. But overall, as you can see, all the moving above all the moving averages, obviously, and the RSI is still in the bullish territory, and the Stokes are still pointing towards the upside. A little bit of a potential problem could be the 3-day candle, right? The 3-day chart right now is still above the 10 simple moving average, so no issues just yet. Tomorrow we will have the close of the 3-day. So tomorrow morning we have the daily close and the 3-day close, and as you can see, we are now, of course, because of that last pump, we are above the 10 simple moving average, but there's quite a little bit of worry. That is what I'm seeing here is with the RSI, and what we kind of are seeing here is some sort of like a head and shoulders type of pattern, and it broke down towards the downside. The question is, was that the full move that was already done? Basically, from this point to this point, is the move already over? Yes or no? Or are we just making a reset, right? What can happen is we push back up towards this area here where we get the head and shoulders, and then we get rejected one more leg towards the downside. So that's basically the main question. So I think it's quite interesting to be seeing what is going to be happening tomorrow on the 3-day candle close. But other than that, well, yeah, like I said, on the macro term, things are still looking very bullish. So nothing to be saying on that end. One thing on the, let's go back into our daily channels, right? Okay, this is the daily right now, and it seems like, well, it's potential, of course. It seems like it really wants to be setting this point here as our new higher low. Yes, before I miss again, higher low. So what we've talked about our uptrend before already. So this would be our low, this would be our our high, this would be our higher low, this would be our higher high, this would be our higher low, this would be our higher high. Sorry, let's move this one a little bit. This would be our higher high, and then potentially this could be our new higher low, right? So that would be very, very bullish, right? So let's remove this one so we can see it a little bit better. So if we would be putting a trend line, this would be basically our new trend line, right? So where this in the middle is just one move, and we just basically don't take a look at that. And basically we have 1, 2, 3 points of higher lows, and basically a trend towards the upside. So this could be potentially making our new higher high, right? So this could be potentially going towards our new higher high. But of course, we have to see confirmation first before anything else. But this looks very strong, and if we are looking on our RSI, as we can see right here, we are making that move towards the upside here. And of course, if we are going to be breaking out of that falling wedge structure, that will be our breakout towards, like I said, 13,000, 14,000 ish area that we are, well, kind of expecting at one point to be happening, right? So if this is our low, you know, that is the main question. So right now on the macro level, things are obviously looking super good. Let me put this trend line as well there, so we have that as well. 1 second. This one a little bit up there. And then let's remove all of this. Okay, is everything in order? Everything is in order. Okay, so that's basically our structure that we are currently seeing right now. So the main question is, of course, is this is this our lower high, sorry, our higher low, yes or no, or do we get rejected once again and we go back down towards the downside once again? It's possible as well, right? It's not over yet until until we get confirmation. Like I said, we need to have a confirmation above this green box here on the daily. Then very likely we will be heading towards the next step back to 12,300 first as the first step, and then of course 12,500 later on. But I want to see a daily candle basically closing above this area here, like we have spoken before, around the $12,000, because, well, that would be creating our upwards momentum towards the upside once again. Okay, let's take a look on the shorter time frames. Well, right now on the shorter time frames, this is kind of what I'm seeing. So we have that that long support trend that we have been forming since, like, you know, the 28th of July. As you can see here, all these higher lows that we have been forming, and then basically we broke down from that structure. As you remember, we went back to this here and we broke down from that structure, and right now we are back here. Basically, as you can see, we are back here at that resistance level, or basically the support line where we were at. The question is, once again, do we break it and confirm above it, or do we get rejected from it? If we are looking at the Fibonacci levels right now, we are exactly at the golden pocket ratio right now, and it is a little bit wavering right now. So the question is, in the short term, this is obviously short term, not long term or anything like this at all, do we break above this with the RSI towards the upside, or do we, you know, go back down one leg once again and then retry once again? That is basically what we are looking at. How do we confirm it? Well, I've explained it to you guys yesterday already. We still have a downtrend right now on the 4-hour chart. As you can see, this is our high, this is our low, this is our higher low, our lower high, our lower high, this is our lower low, and this potentially, the question is, if we get rejected from there, we basically still have our lower high once again. So this would still be a lower high and not a higher high. So how would we be confirming that this is a reversal? Well, obviously closing above the previous high, right? So just closing above this area here, on this area here, closing above this area here would confirm our major reversal pattern, right? So that's basically what we're looking at, and that's why I put that orange line over there. If we close above this orange line here, which is at 11,875, if we close above that orange line, then we have basically confirmation that we have a higher high and and it's no longer a downtrend, and we have our reversal. But right now, as you can see, getting rejected and getting wavered, and if that would be the case, then we can just remove this trend line, and what will we be seeing? Not saying that it's the case or just yet, because, well, first of all, the 4-hour candle close is not closed just yet, and this is not confirmed yet that this is a high, right? So what would happen is that we would be forming some sort of like this pattern, right? So basically another higher low, which would not be good, right? So this is basically possible as well, right? So, but I'm not gonna put that line just yet. Let's be a little bit more positive and consider this a breakout for now, right? Let's consider that a breakout just for now. But like you can see, it's at that profit taking zone, golden pocket ratio level. So let's see what happens. I want to be seeing, like I said, I want to see a confirmation, a 4-hour candle close above this 11,875.5. Very likely we'll have continuation towards at least 12,000, I would say 12,100, 12,000, yeah, around the 12,100 area, or our previous high point here, right? This previous high point here. So continuation towards 12,100, and that could obviously change our structure and move on towards 12,300, 12,500, and so on and so on. So quite important over the next 4 hours, 8 hours. And of course, tomorrow we want to be seeing this daily candle. Of course, everything is good when we are above the EMA 21, but we want to be seeing this close above the 10 simple moving average. And then basically that would be confirming our trend back towards the top side of the range, basically. But right now, nothing is confirmed just yet. This is sort of starting to look like a rising wedge, and a rising wedge, if it gets rejected, usually breaks towards the downside, as you know, rather than the upside, right? So if we are making a let's make a small measured move of this rising wedge. Let's take a look where we would be ending at. So if in case we would be breaking back down, well, if we would be breaking back down, we would be breaking back towards somewhere to the bottom of this range here. So around I would say what is it at? 11,450-ish, 11,450, yeah, 11,450-ish area. So 11.5, let's call it 11.5-ish area that we would be targeting if we would be breaking back down towards the downside. Well, kind of have a feeling that we will be breaking back down first, but you know, would that be a problem or anything like that? No, we would be just be making another higher low on the 4 hour as well, because if we would be breaking just down there, let's say we break towards this this area here, we have here our low point. It would, and if we just close a little bit above it, we would have a higher low once again on the 4 hour. So things would not be too bad if we would be doing that as well. But of course, it would be way better if we can close above this this area here towards the upside. But let's see what will happen over the next 4 to 8 hours, and then we can confirm. The reason why I'm still a little bit hesitant is, well, just looking at the CME chart actually. So when I was looking at the CME chart, I could see that this morning we had a gap down, actually, as you can see. We have a very small gap here between what is it, 11,752 and 11,735. So a very small gap. So not really sure 100% if it will be filled, but if we are taking a measured move from the CME chart versus the spot price, there's around $200 premium. So 11,750 would be around 11,550, right? And that would kind of match this break and rejection from this point back down towards this you know, this green box area once again, right? So, and then, you know, it doesn't mean that we would be breaking any structure. It would just be meaning that we would be making another higher low, and then we grind it out once again back towards the top once again. So what would this mean? It would be something like this, right? So we would be going back up, and then back to the green box, and then we grind one more time towards the upside and try to break it towards the upside. You know, kind of like taking a breather, filling some CME gaps, and going on from there. That's kind of what I am expecting a little bit more, but well, right now we are in a moving upwards moving trend, so can't say. But we are at that golden pocket ratio here as well, at that you know, usually we R3 profit taking zone, and so on and so on and so on. CME gap, yeah, kind of feel like in the very short term things, you know, can have a little pullback first before we move on to the top side. But on the macro level or the medium level, if we do make and confirm that this is our new higher low, things are very bullish, obviously. Then we would be only seeing a small pullback, you know, something like this, and then move towards the upside, right? So definitely would be looking for long positions on the pullback. That's basically my plan. So I'm hoping that it will pull back one more time towards the downside so I can enter my long. If not, yeah, I'll just have to enter my long on the breakout towards the upside. If we do confirm a daily candle close, like I said, above this green box here, then yeah, then time to cash in, time to break out the longs once again. But for now, I'm just waiting it out for the short term. See if we get rejection from this area here, yes or no. Do we confirm a 4-hour candle close above the previous and create that higher high structure? Then of course I will be looking for a long position, because very likely we'll be heading at least towards 12,100 and so on and so on and so on. Other than that, yeah, things look super good. On the medium term. Doesn't mean that we cannot be breaking down or anything like that. The same rule towards the downside is valid. If we do close a 4-hour candle below this body here of the lowest here, and we create a lower low, then very likely we will be breaking down towards that 11,000 below, around the 11,000 ish area towards the downside, right? So I'm still waiting for confirmation either towards the upside or the downside. But for now, yep, right, kind of in the middle once again. So not can't do that much. Have to be waiting it out a little bit. But that reversal candle this morning was pretty impressive, to be honest. Pretty impressive. One of the reasons why is, of course, the Dixie. Dixie did this during the day, as you can see. Dixie is crashing towards the downside once again, and the most important thing is this one. As you can see, the golden cross that we were talking about, potential golden cross that we were talking about on the Dixie, is once again averted. Once again, as you can see, everything is below the EMA 21, below the EMA 55 once again. So this might be once again a golden cross that is getting rejected once again, which is obviously very bullish for the market, for the investment market, for Bitcoin, for gold, for everything and so on. Well, how bullish? Well, we just made a new all-time high on the S&P. As you can see, it finally broke this orange line. That was the previous all-time high. Yes, we have a new all-time high for the S&P, as you can see right here. This was in February 2020, and now, as you can see, we have a brand new all-time high, crash of just pumping like crazy. So like I said, I can't be bearish on the whole market when the traditional markets are going up, when the Dixie is basically getting pushed towards the downside and everything else is pumping. So yeah, it's kind of logical that I am bullish on Bitcoin as well. But at one point, obviously, you know how it goes. Whenever things go up, it has to come down as well. So at one point, when the traditional markets are going to be, turning towards the downside, very likely somewhere before the elections, like I said. So somewhere before November, September, October, somewhere around there, very likely we will have a real pullback of the traditional markets, and then Bitcoin is going to be making that real pullback as well. But for now, if the traditional markets, if Dixie is going down, traditional market is going up, yeah, I do believe that Bitcoin still has a leg up towards the upside. And like I keep saying, yeah, around 14,000-ish is really what I am expecting for the next couple of months or something like that. And well, in the 7 more days, we have the monthly candle close as well. So that's going to be pretty interesting as well. So we can talk about that next week as well. Let's take a quick look on NASDAQ as well. And well, what do you know? NASDAQ just made a new all-time high once again. We are at 11,674. So yeah. All-time high for S&P, all-time high for NASDAQ. I think it's just a matter of time that we get a new all-time high. Well, all-time high for 2020, not an all-time high for the whole Bitcoin chart, but a new all-time high is what I'm expecting in this year, basically, right? So for now, I'm gonna call it quits because I don't want to make it too long. Sorry guys, I have to be taking care of the baby, so just wanted to be very quick and talk things over a little bit quickly. Just waiting it out. 4-hour candle close here above this body to be confirming a reversal. Very likely we'll be going towards the upside. if we get rejected towards the downside and we go back down here towards this green box, but if we close a candle if we get rejected and we close a candle below this lower low and things and this candle, very likely we will be going down towards the lower $11,000 range. So one of those two things is very likely going to be happening over the next couple of days, and that will be my trade setup for the next couple of days. And but for now, as long as this is showing on the daily above the EMA 21, above the 10 simple moving average, yeah, we'll be trying to find long positions rather than shorting positions. Once again, the only shorting positions that I still want to be taking is if we do close a 4-hour candle close below this this candle close here, below this orange line. That's the only shorting position that I'm interested in. If not, it's all long positions that I'm interested in. Okay, all right, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Hopefully a little bit longer if I have a little bit more time, but same time, same place, 7:30 p.m. UTC +8. Please like, share, comment, and do whatever you want with this channel. And until tomorrow, please stay home, stay safe.